Hi everyone, this is Empress Rowena with Divine Soulful Healing, and I'm coming to you today with a message on why the Divine Masculine ghosted you. So, if you're wondering why the Divine Masculine ghosted you, that's what we're going to find out today in this reading. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe if this message resonates with you. Also, I wanted to mention that I am available for personal readings. All of the information is below in the description box. So let's get started. Why did the Divine Masculine ghost you? Why did the Divine Masculine ghost you? So the first card I'm getting is the Queen of Pentacles. I'm seeing that the Divine Masculine sees you as this powerful queen who is nurturing. She has the right answer. She knows what to say. She's diplomatic. She's a professional woman. She has herself together. She's organized. Likely an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Could be a Leo. I just said Leo. She is the embodiment of the perfect woman, right? She's smart. She's beautiful. She's talented. She likes to keep a beautiful home. She likes to have her things together. She dots her I's, crosses her T's. That is how the Divine Masculine sees this feminine. And with the Ten of Wands, I'm just seeing that he felt like that was a lot to keep up with. Yeah, he definitely felt like that was a lot to keep up with. And in my previous video, I talked about just the daily energies of the twin flame connection. I'm seeing a similar pattern in just looking at these two cards. And he sees her as this beautiful, financially abundant and stable woman who has her life together. And he is feeling like the Divine Masculine, the energies are fluid, right? So you can mix he, she, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, however it resonates for you in your situation. He feels like it's too much to keep up with that particular the qualities that she has. He does not feel like he has those same qualities and or is able to keep up with her. So it could be that you're dealing with a little bit of a younger Divine Masculine, or a Divine Masculine that's a little bit he could be a little bit more immature than you are in terms of, I don't know how to deal with this. So instead of trying to have a conversation about it, or instead of letting you know how much it's really bothering me, I'm just going to carry this burden until I can't carry it anymore. And I feel like that's what kind of led to the separation and him not contacting you at this point, just because he doesn't feel like he can keep up with you. So the next card that comes out is the Two of Pentacles. And I feel like at this point, he's kind of like juggling, back and forth. What do I do? Do I, I feel like whatever he did to end the contact between you, it was probably very abrupt. And he probably said something with his words that really hurt you, or made you feel less than, or it could have almost felt like, this beautiful vision of how he sees you as the Queen of Pentacles. I'm feeling like he almost like wanted to knock you down off of your pedestal. Since I can't keep up with you, then I want to knock you down because I don't feel good about myself. I don't want you to feel good about yourself. And we all know that hurt people, right? So I just feel like maybe the Divine Masculine was dealing with some kind of like emotional instability, or something was really going on in his life. And instead of coming to you and having a conversation, in terms of how do we fix this? How do we work through this? These are my feelings. This is, really bothering me. And I just feel like him really revved up and anxious. And before you guys, because I feel like it was a really quick breakup, or a really quick separation, or a really quick no contact. I just haven't talked to you in, 2 or 3 weeks or whatever it is, that, since it was so quick, I feel like as the Divine Feminine, you're probably wondering like, why. I don't understand why he just did that. I don't understand why he couldn't talk to me about it, but he did it. But I just feel his emotions kind of bubbling over the top with all of this stress and just not being able to handle it. So I feel like as a result of that now, because he knows that what he did was not something that you can just kind of easily come back and make it all right, because of the way that he exited the connection, I feel like now he's in a place of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Man, I messed that up. I'm definitely getting that he knows that he messed it up to a point to where he can't just come back or send you a text or, send you a DM or something like that to let you know why he did what he did. This is something that really requires a heart to heart conversation. And like I said, with his emotions just kind of bubbling up, bubbling up, bubbling up, I'm not really sure at this point if he is emotionally mature enough to just approach you in the way that you would expect him to approach you to fix the situation. So I just want to confirm that he is in his mind weighing the pros and cons, trying to figure out, how am I going to come back to her? Should I come back to her? What do I do? When I say her, obviously I mean divine feminine. Do I go back? Do I not go back? Do I apologize? Do I not apologize? Do I wait? Do I not wait? Am I good enough for her? Do I have enough to give her? Will she accept me as I am? I feel like those are all of the things that he's weighing kind of back and forth. But the next card I'm pulling out, the Page of Cups, I am seeing that the Divine Masculine does want to come back in and offer you his love. And I feel like when he wants to come back and offer you this cup of love, but what he's imagining in terms of offering, like I said, he's kind of back and forth trying to figure out what to do from here. I feel like he's going to do it, and when he does come back, or when you do have contact with him, however that happens, I do feel like there is some, because pages represent messages as well. But pages also can represent children or kind of childlike energy. So I feel like the way that he will come back, or the way that he's intending to come back, is in a way that is very kind of nonchalant, or could be like playful, flirtatious, just trying to make you laugh, but at the same time wanting to give you his feelings. And so I actually feel like, the Divine Masculine, when he does come back in this particular situation with the Ace of Cups, he really does want to come back with a small apology. And I feel like from this small apology, that could ultimately lead you guys to a new beginning in your connection. And that is something that he really wants. He does want that. And he does see the problems in terms of, I feel like during the separation, or the reason, this time apart from each other, why he ghosted you, why he's just not talking to you. It's making him realize that he has to do something in this back and forth energy. It's kind of making him realize that he will lose you if he doesn't speak up and say something, because the Queen of Pentacles is not really waiting around for anyone. She can find and have whatever it is that she wants. So I feel like he is aware, the Divine Masculine, that in order to be with the Divine Feminine, because he really does want this Ace of Cups with you, that he needs to get himself together financially. He needs to get himself together as far as his emotions. Because I feel like when he comes back this time, although it might start off as a small offer of love, that eventually it'll just keep, that cup is just going to keep runneth over and runneth over and runneth over, right? So it's going to keep running over, this cup of love that he has for you, his emotions. I feel like he might not even be able to stop talking so much about how he feels about you at some point. But I just want to remind you that I do see it kind of starting off as like a smaller offer, and then turning into something that's just like really beautiful, really big. This could be an engagement coming up. This could be the beginning of something new. And I feel like if he were to come back with an engagement, or if he were to come back with this cup of love that's overflowing, once you guys get past that initial apology, that I don't think it's going to be an apology that you're too happy with, but you will accept it, I see. And I feel like when he comes back, and as this love continues to develop, and as this new start takes place, I feel like you're finally getting to a place with the Divine Masculine where, instead of him holding all of his stress and problems and emotions and like lack of appropriate vocabulary to express himself with you. With this new beginning, I feel like at least he's going to try. He's going to try to live up to what he sees that you deserve. So with this Ace of Cups, I definitely think that he will be coming in. He will be coming in with more emotions as you guys start anew, with this love, with this honesty, with emotions, with, direct conversation instead of maybe passive aggressive conversation. I genuinely do see a change in his approach to this connection, because the time apart, as he's going back and forth, I really, really see him realizing how much he loves you and how much he cares for you and how much he does want to make it work, because ultimately he is not happy without you. So that's a beautiful thing to see. The last card I'm getting is the Hermit. So again, I'm getting earth sign. I'm getting a Virgo here. So you could be a Virgo. Your divine masculine could be a Virgo. And, the Hermit is on a search. So I feel like the Hermit looks for the star, right? He is looking for himself, maybe doing some healing during this time. Because in order to come back to you, he realizes that he does have to make some changes. He does need to learn how to openly express his emotions. He does need to learn how to be able to have those adult conversations about, how he's feeling, where he's at, that he's stressed out about something. And this is something that I see him actually, right now just kind of sitting there and pondering, like, how do I get from here to there? So I definitely think he will be coming back with confirmation of his love for you. And at the bottom of the deck, I have the Six of Cups. So again, just confirming your relationship and your past life connection to each other. So I want to also pull some romance angels just to see if we can get another message or two about him ghosting you. So I got make the effort. So I'm feeling, like I said earlier, the divine masculine was not able to make the appropriate efforts in terms of communication. So like I said, I feel like he ultimately, once he realized that you deserve everything that you're asking for, and just kind of feeling that guilt of, I don't think I'm ready for this. I don't think I can provide this. I don't think that I have it in me to give her what she's asking for and what she deserves. So I think he ghosted you as a result of his inability to make the effort, or of his inability to kind of handle all of the emotional accountability that comes with this twin flame connection, right? Maybe it was just too much connection for him and he didn't know how to handle that. I'm kind of getting, as I'm looking at this card, that maybe he wasn't raised to, from a child into his adulthood, maybe he wasn't raised to, maybe he was raised in a traditional kind of, household where boys are supposed to be like this and girls are supposed to be like that. And maybe there was just a disconnect for him in terms of the divine masculine being able to share their emotions. That could be a possibility here. Take that however it resonates for you. The card reads, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So again, I see this divine masculine kind of pondering what he needs to do to make the effort to come back to you. And what does that look like? What does that tangibly and what does that actually look like in real life, in the 3D? What is it that I need to do? Step 1, do this. Step 2, do that. Step 3, do this. So I see this kind of process, like I had mentioned with the Two of Pentacles, of being back and forth on, okay, let me get it together. How do I make this work? So I definitely see him making the effort. And the second card, romantic feelings. Your feelings are worth exploring. Just kind of brings me back to, this reality that as he's doing this back and forth kind of as he's having this back and forth thought process in terms of how do I come forward to her? How do I come, to let her know how I feel about her? And especially with all of these cups that we see here, which is love, I'm seeing the divine masculine realizing that without you, like I mentioned before, he's just not happy. He's just not going to get the love that he can get from, the divine masculine can get from you with anybody else. And I believe that he realizes that in the middle of this no contact situation or this ghosting situation. So he thought that he was actually like taking some time apart because he didn't have the vocabulary, he didn't have the words to connect with you. And when I say vocabulary, if you think about a man and when he talks about certain topics, you can really tell his level of experience with certain things based on the vocabulary that he uses, right? So when most women are very articulate when we talk about how we feel about our twin flames or like love, or we can explain to you with specified terminology related to the topic what we're actually trying to convey and communicate. Sometimes for divine masculines, they don't have that same set, right, of vocabulary terms to kind of connect back to what it is that they want to say. So it could be, like I said, make the effort. Maybe he didn't grow up getting access to that vocabulary. Maybe that wasn't something that he saw at home. So he is just in his own adult life. It's a little bit difficult for him to express something and to talk about something that he's never experienced before. And so I think what's being asked here is when he does come back to make his small Page of Cups offer, again, which is something that you might not like, or that you think that this situation warrants more, your situation warrants more expression in the way that he tries to come back and ask for forgiveness or to apologize about his actions, that Spirit wants you to know he does have romantic feelings for you. He wants to explore those feelings for you. And his ghosting you is the catalyst that made him realize that he has a problem within himself that he needs to address. So I hope that was helpful to you. If it was, please like or comment below. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll talk to you soon.